you'll be brought here. Now go ahead and click on custom size. So you get your custom 1280 pixels by 1280 pixels. Then new design. So you wait for your template to load up. Alright, so from here you come to the bottom panel, then you click on gallery. So you'll be redirected into your phone gallery to bring in the background design firstly. Alright, so you go into your gallery and bring in the design. So the background design is inside this particular folder on my gallery. So once you see it, just select it, then you click on add to page. Alright, so after successfully bringing it into Canva, so you go ahead and enlarge the size of the image just like this. Okay, so after doing that, you come to the bottom panel, then you go to transparency, then you reduce the transparency to 90, 91, 92 or 93. Alright, so after doing that, the next thing to do is to click on this three dot chain on top of it, then you click on lock, so you lock the material. Now very quickly, the next thing to do is to click on the plus icon at the bottom left corner, then you go to elements. Alright, so from here you go ahead and select a square shape. Select a square shape. Alright, so once you bring it in, you tap on a vacuum space just like this. Alright, so go ahead and select the shape again. Then you come to the bottom, then you see color. You tap on color. Then you go ahead and select a purple color for this shape. Alright, so after selecting a purple color, you resize the shape just like this until it gives you something like a rectangle. Then you gently drag it to the top of the design. Alright, so from here the next thing to do is to click on this plus icon again, then you go to elements. Alright, so once you are here, so you go ahead and search for a frame that looks like a square with rounded edges. So this is how it looks like. Now yours might not be here, you are going to have to scroll up to check for it, or you can just tap on this search bar and look for frames. So this is what you are going to select, a frame that looks like a square with rounded edges. So once you select it and you bring it into your Canva, the next thing to do is to come to the bottom panel, then you click on this second color option. Then you go ahead and select a white stroke color for that particular frame. Alright, so after doing that, you resize the frame just like this. Okay, then you place it here. Okay, after doing that, you click on this, on the three dot chain on top of it, you click on copy, then click on paste. Automatically the frame will be duplicated. Now the second frame, you move it to the side of the first one. Alright, the next thing to do is to click on the three dots on top, then you click on copy, then click on paste. Okay, so the frame will be duplicated again. Then you move the third one to the far right side. Alright, good. So after successfully doing all this, the next thing to do is to start bringing in your images into the shapes. So you go ahead and click on this plus icon down here. Then you go to gallery. Go ahead and click on gallery. Then you go into your gallery and start bringing in the images. So go ahead and select this one, then you click on add to page. Alright, so once you bring the image into Canva, now you just gently tap on the image just like this and you move it up. So you gently tap on it and move it. So you gently hover it over the first frame until it enters into it, and that's how you go about that. So that's exactly what you do for the next shapes. So you click on this plus icon down here, go into your gallery and bring the second image. So you go ahead and select it, then you click on add to page. Alright, so gently tap on it, then you move it and hover it on top of the frame, and automatically to enter into the frame. So for the next shape, you click on the plus icon down here, go into your gallery and bring in the third image. Select it, then click on add to page. Alright, so gently tap on it, then you move it. You move it, then you hover it on top of the third frame. Alright, so and that's how you go about it. Now the next thing to do is to click on this plus icon, then you go to text. So you go ahead and click on add a heading. Okay, so once you are here, you exit the text, then you write the brand name of the flyer design. Okay, so after writing it, you tap on a vacuum space. Alright, so you tap on this again, you tap on the brand name, then you gently increase the size just like this, bring it down a little bit. Okay, so once you do that, you go ahead and click on font on the bottom panel. At the bottom panel, now the font that you are going to be using for this particular text, okay, so the font you are going to be using is called Leaks Pattern. So you go ahead and search for it. Okay, so after applying the font, this is exactly how it's going to look like. Alright. Okay, now the next thing to do from here, you click on the plus icon again, then you click on text, then you go ahead and click on add a little bit of body text. Okay, so from here you exit this, then you write this in uppercase. Okay, so after writing that, you go ahead and tap on the vacuum space, gently select the text you just written, then you drag it to the bottom. Now using this icon at the top, you increase the size of the text just like this. Alright, very good. Now you place it just underneath the brand name. Okay, now that's all. Now the next thing to do is to click on the plus icon down here, then you go to element. Alright, so from here you go ahead and select a square shape with rounded edges. A square shape with rounded edges. So you go ahead and select it, then you bring it into Canva. Now once you import it, you tap on the vacuum space. Alright, so you go ahead and tap on it again. Good. Now you bring it down a little bit. Okay, now once it's here, you go ahead and resize the shape just like this until it gives you something rectangular. Resize it just like this. Alright, so you have something like this. So just make sure you position it, you align it centrally properly. Okay, now the next thing to do is to go ahead and click on this plus icon, then you go to your text tool. Go ahead and click on text, then click on add a little bit of body text. So exit this, then you start writing in the list of what you have here. Alright, so after writing that, you tap on the vacuum space. Okay, so you gently select the text you've just written, then you drag it into the shape you created, then you gently increase the size just like this. Okay, now you come to the bottom panel, you go to color, then you go ahead and change the color of the text to white so that it will be very visible for you to see. Alright, good. Now you exit color, then you tap on the vacuum space. Now you go ahead and click on this plus icon down here again. You go to text, then you click on add a little bit of body text. Alright, so you exit this, then you write this next set of things. Alright, so once you finish writing these things, so you go ahead and tap on the vacuum space. Alright, so you gently tap on what you've just written, then you drag it into the rectangular shape, then you increase the size just like this. Alright, good. Now you come to the bottom panel, you go to color, then you change the color of the text to white. Okay, good. You exit this. Now the next thing to do is to go to format. You go ahead and click on format, then you go ahead and select this particular format style, the left alignment format style. So after doing that, you click on this again, go to format, then you select the left alignment for it also. Now this is looking perfect. Now the next thing to do is to click on this plus icon again, then you go to element, go ahead and click on element and select a square shape. Alright, so once you've selected that, you tap on the vacuum space. Alright, so select the shape again, so gently bring it down to the bottom of the flyer. Now you resize the shape just like this until it gives you a rectangle, something like a rectangle. Now what you are trying to do right now is to create a footer. Alright, to create a footer for our flyer design. So after doing this, you bring it to the bottom of the flyer and place it here properly. Good. Now the next thing to do is to go to color, then you change the color of the footer to purple also. Alright, good. So after doing that, you exit color, you tap on the vacuum space, then you click on this plus icon down here, you go to your text tool, then you click on add a little bit of body text. Alright, you exit this, then you write the contact info. Alright, good. Now after writing this, you tap on the vacuum space, you select the text you've just written, then you bring it to the bottom of the flyer design. Alright, so you gently increase the size of the text just like this. Okay, so after doing that, you place it properly at the center of the shape. Then you go to color down here, and you go ahead and change the text color to white. Alright, so this is how to make a simple and beautiful fashion design flyer using your Canva app. Now the next thing to do is to click on this save icon at the top right corner of your screen, then you save your design into your